Download this code and get free GPT-4o from codegive.com, link in the description below. Sure. In this tutorial, I'll explain how to send a post request using Java's HTTP URL connection class. This is a common way to interact with web services that accept data via HTTP post. We'll cover how to set up the connection, send data, and read the response. ##### What you will learn. 1. Setting up the URL connection. 2. Sending data via post. 3. Reading the response. #### Prerequisites. You should have Java installed on your machine and a basic understanding of Java programming. ###step-by-step guide. #####1. Setting up the URL connection. First, you need to create a URL object that points to the endpoint you want to send the post request to. Then, you will open a connection to that URL. ####2. Sending data via post. You'll need to set some request properties, including the request method, post, content type, and any headers you want to include. After that, you can write data to the connection's output stream. ####3. Reading the response. Finally, you can read the response from the server to check if the request was successful and handle any returned data. ###example code. Here's a complete code example demonstrating how to perform a post request in Java. #### Explanation of the code. 1. URL and parameters. Change the URL and URL parameters variables to match your API endpoint and parameters. 2. Creating connection. A HTTP URL connection object is created from a URL object. 3. Setting request method. The request method is set to post. 4. Setting headers. You can set various headers as needed, including content type and user agent. 5. Sending data. The parameters are written to the output stream of the connection. 6. Getting response code. The response code is checked to determine if the request was successful. 7. Reading response. The response from the server is read and printed to the console. #### Conclusion. This tutorial covered how to send a post request in Java using HTTP URL connection. This is a straightforward way to interact with web APIs. Depending on your needs, you might also consider using libraries like Apache HTTP Client or OKHTTP for more advanced features and easier management of HTTP requests. Feel free to modify the example to suit your specific needs, and don't hesitate to ask if you have any questions.